Hello everyone, this is chapter 2, that is logic gates and Boolean algebra. So in this video we are going to study about the logic families. So these logic families indicate the type of logic circuit used in the IC, that is integrated circuits. A circuit configuration or arrangement of the circuit elements in a special manner will result in a particular logic family. And the state of these digital ICs belonging to the same logic family are electrically compatible with each other. So the most widely used logic families are complementary metal oxide semiconductor, that is CMOS, transistor logic family, that is TTL, and emitter coupled logic, that is ECL. So in this video we are going to study the CMOS and TTL logic families in detail. So the CMOS family, it is most widely used family for large-scale devices. It combines high speed with low power consumption. So this is the specification of this CMOS family, that the ICs from this family consume the less power. And they are operated from a single power supply of a 5 to 15 volt. And it has an excellent noise immunity of about 30% of a power supply, and it can be connected to a large number of gates, that is about 50. So many form of this family, they have the propagation delay equal to 1 nanosecond. So for the high speed operations, this CMOS ICs, they can be preferred. And the power consumption of these ICs depends on the speed, that is 1 milliwatt. Then TTL logic family, or the transistor logic. So it is based on a bipolar transistors and one of the most widely used families for the small and medium scale devices. They are very popular and they are rarely used for the VLSI, that is very large scale integration, and typically operated from the plus 5 volt supply. So its typical noise immunity is about 1 to 1.6 volt, that is greater than the CMOS ICs. And many forms of this logic family, they are optimized for speed or power or some other its parameters. And some of them, they are high speed version comparable to the CMOS, that is approximately 1.5 nanosecond. And low power versions down to about 1 milliwatt per gate that are available in the TTL logic family. So let's see the characteristics or parameters of this logic families. So the main characteristics of this logic families, they are power supply, propagation delay, noise margin, fan in, fan out, and power dissipation. So let's see these parameters one by one. So first is the power supply, so in which we have a voltage and current parameters. So first let's see the voltage parameters. So ideally the input voltage levels of 0 volt and plus 5 volt are called logic 0 and logic 1 levels respectively. However, practically we won't always obtain the voltage levels matching exactly to these values. That means 0 volt is not exactly logic 0 level. So it may be a 0.1 volt that will be treated as a logic 0, 0.2 volt that may be treated as a logic 0, and plus 5 volt that is exactly plus 5 volt only, that not be treated as a logic 1. So 4.9, 4.8 they may be treated as a logic 1. So practically we won't always obtain voltage levels matching exactly to these values, that is 0 volt and plus 5 volt. So therefore it is necessary to define the worst case input and output voltages. So let's see the voltage parameters first. So first is VIL max. It is a worst case low level input voltage. So this is the maximum value of an input voltage which will be considered as a logic 0 level. If the input voltage is higher than this VIL max, then it will not be treated as a logic 0 or input level, low level input voltage. So here is the diagram from which it will be more clear. So here is the logic 0 and here is the range from 0 to this VIL max. This is the voltage range for the logic 0 level or a low level, So the voltage more than this VIL max, that will not be treated as a logic 0 input voltage, and it is undefined. Okay, so this is the range for the 0 volt. So only 0 volt that will not be treated as a 0 volt. So the voltage between this range, they can be treated as a logic 0 volt. Then VIH main, worst case high level input voltage. So this is the minimum value of the input voltage, which will be considered as a logic 1 level. If the input voltage is lower than this VIH main, then it will not be treated as a high input level. So let's see again. So here is the range for high input voltage, that is from VIH mean to VCC, that is plus 5 volt. And if the voltage or the output voltage that drop into this voltage level, then it will be treated as a logic high, and if it is lower than this VIH mean, then it is undefined, or it will be not treated as a logic 1 input voltage. Similarly, the VOH or the output voltage ranges for lower and higher levels or logics, they are predefined. So this is the minimum value of output voltage, which will be considered as a logic high level. If this output voltage is lower than this level, then it will not be treated as a high output level. So VOH mean is nothing but the worst case high level output voltage. So again, here is the diagram. So here VOH min is given and VCC. So this is the range from VOH min to VCC. So this is if the voltage is fall into this range, then it will be treated as a logic high voltage, and if it is less than this VOH min, then it will be not treated as a logic high output voltage. Similarly, VOL max, so it is a worst case low level output voltage, and this is the maximum value of the output voltage, which will be considered as a logic low level or a 0 level. If the output voltage is higher than this value, then it will not be treated as a logic low output level. So here the range for low level output voltage is from 0 volt to this VOL max. If the voltage is fall between this range, then it will be treated as a logic 0 output voltage, and if the voltage is greater than this VOL max, then it won't be treated as a logic 0 output voltage, or it is undefined. Then under the second power supply, the current parameters IIL, that is a low level input current. So this is the current that flows into the input when a low level input voltage in the specified range is applied. So it is the current that flows into the input of the gate or the circuit when the low level input voltage in the specified range that we have seen in the previous slides, if the specified range input voltage in the specified range is applied. Similarly, second one is the IIH, which is high level input current. So this is the current that flows into the input of the gate or a circuit when a high level input voltage in the specified range is applied. Then for the output current, IOL, that is a low level output current. So this is the current that flows from the output. Now this is the current that flows from the output of the gate or a circuit when the output voltage is in the specified low voltage range and specified load is applied. So load is nothing but the output device or output circuit that is connected to the output of that gate. Then fourth one is IOH, that is a high level output current. So this is the current that flows from the output of a gate when the output voltage in the specified high voltage range and specified load is applied. Okay, so all they are the power supply parameters. Now the second parameter of logic family is propagation delay. So it is a time delay between the instant of application of an input pulse and the instant of occurrence of the corresponding output pulse. So here let's see the example of the NOT gate. So input, we are applying the input that is high to low pulse, and we will get the complemented output that is we are applying low to high pulse and we are getting high to low pulse. So here is the instant at which we are applying the actually 1 at the input of this NOT gate, but it is not exactly square wave. It takes some time to 1 from this 0, and again it will take some time to get 0 from this 1. So this is the instant at which we are applying the input, and this is the instant at which the output will be generated, and it will take some time to generate. So the distance or the delay between the application of the instant of the input and the instant at which the output will be generated, that is called as the delay. So here output becomes transit from the high to low, so that's why it is called as the delay or a pulse high to low delay, time delay. And here the output will transit from low to high, so it is called as a low to high propagation delay. So there are always two delays, for high to low transition and for low to high transition. And which or between these two delays, one which is greater, that will be treated as the propagation delay for that gate. Next is noise margin. So this is the ability of a logic circuit to tolerate the noise without causing any unwanted changes in the output. It is called as a noise immunity, and a quantitative measure of this noise immunity is called as a noise margin. And noise is nothing but the unwanted electrical signal. Okay, so this is the noise margin, that is quantitative measure of this noise immunity, is called as the noise margin. Fourth is fan in. So it is defined as the number of inputs that the gate can handle properly without disturbing the output level. Or we can simply define as the fan is nothing but the number of inputs that a gate have. Fan out, it is defined as the maximum number of inputs that can be driven simultaneously by the output of a gate without disturbing the output level. So it is the capacity of that gate, how many outputs of the gate from the same IC that a gate can drive without disturbing the output level. So last parameter or characteristic is power dissipation. So as a result of applied voltage and current flowing through the logic ICs, some power will be dissipated in it in the form of a heat. So the power dissipation is defined as the power needed by the logic circuit. And important point about this power dissipation is the power dissipation is the product of power dissipation and propagation delay time is always constant. So here is the comparison between these logic families, that is CMOS and TTL. So basic gate, NAND and NOR gate, they can construct it using this CMOS, and here the NAND gate is used in TTL. Fan out for CMOS is greater than 50, and for TTL it is 10 only. Then power per gate or a power dissipation per gate is 1 milliwatt at 1 megahertz frequency, and it is 1 to 22 milliwatt. Noise immunity is excellent of CMOS ICs or CMOS families, and TTL it is good. And here is the propagation delay in nanoseconds. For CMOS it is 1 to 200 nanoseconds propagation delay is provided, and for TTL it is 1.5 to 33. So this is all about the logic families. Thank you.